Need to be ready to go without water or water pressure for at least a few more days. And if you do have water, you probably need to boil it. Good morning, I'm Tom Miller.
I'm Sally. And on this, we know that this is important. We know this is a citywide alert, not only here in Austin. This is something that you're facing all over Central Texas and some cities. The city of Austin estimates tens of thousands of customers are without water. If you do have water, it's very low pressure. Crews will be out there fixing leaks today. They're going to rebuild pressure and test the water to make sure that it's safe before they lift that boil water notice and before things can return to normal. But that is going to take some time.
More Central Texans waking up with power this morning. Under 16,000 now. Austin Energy customers are without power. Just about 15,000 Encore Energy customers, a little more, closer to 16. 600 PEC, and every single Bluebonnet customer has power back. About 7,000 CTEC customers are still in the dark as well. We are joined live this morning by Austin City Manager Spencer Cronk to give us an update on the water and power struggles. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being with us. I want to start here. What is the latest on the water situation? Did crews make any progress overnight?
Yes, well, you hit it on the head on the nail, because we really have been working around the clock to make sure that we are beginning this recovery process. As the temperatures warm and as we get through the worst of the storm, we are focused 24/7 on fixing what needs to be fixed in our water system and ensuring all of our customers have electricity. As you noted, there has been significant progress, and over 97% of Austin Energy's customers do now have electricity, but we will not rest until every single one of our residents have power and water restored.
I want to ask, is this boil water notice, is it more of a way to get people to use less water because there is low supply, or is there truly a worry that the water is contaminated right now?
The significance of issuing the notice is a risk, and so even though our director, Greg Mazzaro, said it is a low risk, we are issuing it because of our requirements and because of the regulations. Because if we do detect any contaminants, we need to make sure that our community is aware of that. That said, if we're going to be able to get through this, it is really about conservation. And the more that we conserve, the more that we can ask every one of our residents, every Austinite, to use only what they need to, we will be able to build back up our reserves, increase the pressure, and get through this instance.
I have a question about the reserves in just a minute. But when you're asking people to conserve water, how do they conserve what they do not have? Some people are turning on the faucet and there is nothing coming out of there. Water is an essential thing for people to survive. How, as a city, are you going to help those people who don't have drinking water?
That's a great question, and our focus is really on the most vulnerable that don't have access to even getting the water either at their homes or through other means from friends, neighbors, or even the grocery stores. And so we have committed to prioritizing not only ensuring that we are restoring water to all Austinites, but at hospitals and at grocery stores, because if we can get those critical infrastructure pieces of our community, of that network, back and running as soon as possible, we will make sure that people have access to what they need. We are also ensuring as much as we can to provide bottled water and other alternative water sources like we did in 2018 in the boil water notice. We have 1 million gallons on their way. They should be arriving today. We will work to quickly establish a distribution system for that. And so those that do need it, that do not have it, as you were indicating, have access to that. So I think it's 117 truckloads that are en route, and we will be quickly showing the community where they can pick up water if they need it.
That is such great news. Let's talk about when it comes to reserves. Spencer, why weren't we ready with water that was reserved, set aside after what happened 3 years ago when there was that boil water notice and the city was without water as well? Why wasn't there some kind of plan to make sure that we had enough water in case something like this happened?
This was extraordinary, as you know, across our whole state, and the amount of water that was used over a 24-hour period was triple what normally happens in any given day for the city. Our director said that this is something he has never seen in generations. And so it is possible that there could have been a large supply that just didn't exist, but because of the fact that the leaks were so significant across the entire system, we just saw use and consumption, whether it was from people filling bathtubs or dripping, or from the significant leaks that were happening in homes or in water main breaks, that was just overwhelming our system like nothing we've ever seen.
Mr. Cronk, we are seeing those images of people inside multiple shelters. The Palmer Event Center we know is full. How many people is this city housing this morning?
I don't have an exact number for you, but I think last night it was around 650. And so we continue to make sure that we provide enough space for whoever needs it. That is our #1 priority, helping our most vulnerable. And so we have gone above and beyond to make sure that if you need a warm place to stay, if you need food and shelter and water, then we will provide that for you. That is our commitment. We are all in this together. And I know that we did not turn anyone away from any of our shelter systems. So as Palmer filled up, we opened up alternative sites. And so we just wanted to do everything we could to provide that warm place to stay for people to spend the night.
I know your focus and the rest of city officials' focus is to make sure that power's back on. You said you're not resting until you get the water restored and the water pressure. But as city manager, you do have the authority, if council directs you, to investigate to see if anything went wrong and if anything could be done better in the future. Have they directed you to do so, or are you already looking into that?
I am already looking into that. That is a key part of this recovery process, is to make sure that this never happens again. And so we are already working with our team to determine what those action steps will be, how we will be doing that investigation, and making sure that it's transparent and comprehensive so the community understands what went into this situation and what we will learn from it to make sure that we never see this again in our community.
Does part of that include winterizing the water infrastructure? You mentioned you could have never imagined this happen, but it happened, and now we need to plan for it to happen again in the future.
The short answer is yes. We want to make sure that we know that we're going to see these events and they may become more frequent, and we need to have our resilience in our infrastructure built up. And so we will be looking at what investments need to be made to provide that winterization. You know, I'm from Minnesota, the cold, and we've seen snowstorms like this many times, but because of the way in which they see the frequency of it, the infrastructure has been winterized in such a way that has prevented these types of disasters from happening. Obviously in Texas, we're not familiar with that. They don't happen as frequently, but we are seeing it more and more. And so that investment needs to be made, and we will be doing everything we can to put the money to make those necessary repairs.
You know, I think people watching right now who haven't had power for a long time and finally get to watch and see what's going on, they're turning on their TV. I think what they're looking for is a sense of not only hope, but trust in our government and our city government to make sure that they are safe and that the water comes back on. So I just want to know, do you think that we're going to go throughout the whole day without water, through the weekend, just so we can have that sense of transparency from our government?
I appreciate that question. And we had a press conference yesterday where there were questions and areas that both Austin Energy and Austin Water explained of how complicated this situation is and how many factors are involved. And we want to make sure that we are being as transparent as we can with our community, because that trust is so precious. We did not give an answer to when water would be restored. It will be days. So there should not be an expectation that you will have water today and even tomorrow and through the weekend. This is a slow and gradual and technical process of rebuilding the infrastructure. The good news is that rebuilding is underway. We had the worst moment 2 days ago when we did lose power to one of our important water treatment plants. Fortunately, that was resolved very quickly. And so now we are in the process of building that foundation back, and that will take time. I just want to continue to stress to the community, we are doing everything we can to make this happen as quickly as possible. But we continue to ask for your patience, and we know that it's frustrating, we know it's hard, But to answer your question, we should not expect to see your water turn back on anytime in the hours ahead. This is going to be a days-long effort.
You mentioned you're from Minnesota. I don't know how familiar you are with the infrastructure there, but what technical differences do they have there? What do they do differently that Austin doesn't have?
Yeah, this is going to be part of my investigation as to what we have here that is very different than what is up there. And I think our entire state's going to be looking into that. We learned some lessons from the 2011 flood or the 2011 winter event, and many of those recommendations were not implemented across the state. And so how do we make sure that we are taking what happened here, looking at other jurisdictions and other places, and hardening our infrastructure so we can be more resilient in the future?
Spencer Cronk, we appreciate your time. I know that you have a family that has been needing you, and you've been working so hard for our city. So I know we both do appreciate your time stepping away and talking to us this morning on KXAN News Today.
Thank you.
Thank you.